Welcome to the Magic Tavern. What do you bring to the table?
Tonight we're talking Kenku. We have uh, character references on some Kenku that we've made. We'll do that much later. We're going to talk some adventure hooks. We're going to talk campaign pitches. We're going to go pretty deep. Now, I dropped an article. If you're not able to stick around, you can come back and catch the video or catch my article on themagictavern.org. That's where you'll find all our articles, and I dropped a why play, which is kind of one of the types of articles I do, trying to pitch a certain race. I realize I can go lots of different ways with that, but I've done why play Githyanki. This is why play Kenku. I dropped it today because I knew I was going to be talking Kenku, and I needed to be focused. So I've got an outline, believe it or not, organized outline. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pull out Volos. Let's see if I pull it over here in front of me. Let me see what I can do about getting it on there. We have in chair. Yes, that is it. Booyah! Welcome to my screen. I have all the 5e books in digital because Old Man's Eyes aren't so good, and I've got a few of the books also in print, but it's so much easier when you can blow it up like this. Welcome to the 21st century. Kenku are found in Volos' Guide to Monsters, as are many monstrous races. Some of those really odd ones to play. So if you're stuck, human, elf, dwarf, maybe tiefling, this might not be for you. It doesn't have to be for you. That's the glory of 5e. Nobody's going to make you have a Kenku in your world, but I'm going to pitch them to you because I think, just as an opening, Kenku are probably the most fascinating, lore-driven, and yet misunderstood creature in all of D&D, I dare say. They have the deepest background of almost any. Of course, any of the old races like dwarf, elf, half orcs, you got orcs and goblins. There's a lot of deep history in those things that will drive you, and you have to dig too far to understand them. The Kenku come with a lot of baggage, and that's one of the reasons why people kind of shy away from them. It's just too much for them. And I understand that. Once again, don't have to. They come not only with baggage, but they come up with some serious baggage because they are thrice cursed. Let's go ahead and dig into it. The first thing said is haunted by an ancient crime that robbed them of their wings. The Kenku wander the world as vagabonds and burglars who live in the edge of human society. Kenku suffer from a sinister reputation that is not wholly unearned, but they can prove to be valuable allies, as we found in our game. Just watch your purse. Anything, you put your shinies away. Back to the ancient curse. The Kenku once served a mysterious, powerful entity on another plane of existence. Some say it was Grazit, the Demon Prince, one of the three, or the Wind Dukes of Aqua. Who knows? Whatever the truth, according to legend, the Kenku betrayed their master, unable to resist the lure of a beautiful, sparkling treasure. That's going to be their curse. Whether it's worth anything or not, shiny things get their eye. And they've got a kleptomania like no other for shiny objects. And that goes back, of course, to the idea that, birds eyeball shiny things. They'll make nests and they'll steal shiny things and put in it. Of course, what I've been told, I'm no botanist or anything. But so they plotted to steal the item, a sparkly treasure, and escape to the material plane. They at one time, I believe, were master engineers of crime. They They were always conniving, thinking, how am I going to get that shiny without getting caught? How are we going to get it out of here? How do we get to the material plane and away from our master? Um, they were connivers. They were smart. I'm not saying they're not smart now. It's just a different kind of smart. Unfortunately, of course, they got caught. Got caught with their, as they so often do, with their hand in the cookie jar to thrice curse them. Now, I'm just going to throw in there, I've always thought that it's more likely, any more likely that one master betrayed, cursed them 3 times. I've seen some stories say that they were cursed by 3 different masters that they betrayed. It sounds like a pattern, right? And it is. It's the one thing that's hounded them since their creation. They apparently were doing good for themselves. They were still minions. They still hadn't built anything big. If they were ever able to keep their hands out of other people's pockets, they could probably build something really nice, right? But they were cursed 3 times. And those curses were, their wings were taken first. The thing that was most precious to them, because even today they wish more than anything to fly. But they can't, because they got their wings taken away. Secondly, they get their voice taken away. Now, it's not the way they have it in Volos, but I tend to think their voice was taken second. Doesn't matter. You can do it any way you want, because if one person did it, he did it all at once, so it doesn't matter what order I put them in. But their voice was taken, and they don't have a voice of their own anymore. So they can't plot and plan together as well as they used to. But they are perfect mimics, and we'll get to that in just a second. The third thing was their ingenuity and skill that had turned the scheming against their patron. The spark of creativity is torn from their souls. And this is the one that usually is a breaker for most people, because they don't understand it, and they think that this renders the Kenku absolute idiots. We'll get to that. I'll tell you why you're wrong.